Respected teacher, good day to you. We are assignment group 008 consisting of group members of 4. Today here for presentation on tort, negligence and contract. My name is Sri Krishna Shrestha and I have 3 friends along with me for this video presentation and group assignment in which I'm going to talk about part 1, introduction and analysis of the case, and rest of all my friends are gonna explain to you. Thank you. Now moving forward without any further delay, in the given case one may proceed further with analysis of the case and observe the dilemma for the audience. With the help of theories and concepts of tort, contract law, negligence, capacity of the parties, rights of the parties, etc., one may resolve the two horns of the dilemma, and in the end we may perceive the conclusion on the freedom, utilitarian, teleological thought capacity solution of the case. Now let's move forward to the analysis of the case. Our first case, somebody had stolen the jewelry of Rory's wife from their home. Rory has ready to reward anybody who will provide the relevant information and help them to convict the persons. Rory had even filed a case in the district police station in which Max is the police officer handling the case for him. During the investigation process, Rory was able to gain information that helped him to capture and convict the criminal. And now, if it is the case, Max completed his duty as a police officer and able to gather the information and help Rory convict the criminals. Max cannot claim and demand the reward because he is in the duty and investigation the case with full responsibility, and since there is no other person claiming the reward, giving respect to his own announced word, Rory can give award to Max. Subsequently, the question arises, will Max get the reward or not? Is he liable for the reward or not? What were the contents of the reward announcement made by the Rory? Will Max in charge in the investigations get the reward from Rory or not? Can a police officer in duty and in charge claim the reward or not? For these questions, my friends are gonna follow up for the presentation. Thank you very much for your time, and now my friend will continue the rest of it. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bisal Session, student ID SDU2345. I'll start from where my friend left. Sri bro, where he left, I'll be starting from there. So today I'll be talking about 2 topics. The first topic is case resolution and the second one is case conclusion. So let's start with case resolution. Max cannot claim the demand as he is in the duty and investigating the case with full responsibility. Since there is no other person claiming the reward and giving respect to his own words, Roxy can reward Max. That's the case resolution. Now the case conclusion. In the end, it may be perceived that the case may be closed with the combination of ethical concept of utilitarianism, teleology, and exercise of the freedom of the will of thought, contract and capacity building of the individual involved in the case. Thank you.
Respected teacher, my name is Biswa Prakash Khadka. Before I doing the group presentations, today I am here to do the group presentation on the part B, the case analysis between the Michael and Anna. On this case, Michael was totally under the influence of alcohol and had the consequence about the keeping the control over the driving rules and regulations. Anna has 2 choices in the front of her. She could have avoided the completely free lift, or option 2, for the risks involved in the taking the lift from the Michaels. Michael was drunk and had lost sense over the control of driving over the road. Anna took the risks of both of her life in case there was accident or physical harm. Case detail. The dilemma for the case is following. If it is the case that Anna had to meet an accident due to negligence of Michael's, then it is the case that she may successfully sue Michael for being negligent and responsibility for the accident. Either it is the case that Anna had met with the accident due to negligence of Michael's, or it is the case that Anna desired and had the intent to win her case over the Michaels, or it is the case that there are civil liability legislation to help the individual like Michaels. Rest of parts will continue by the Chandra. Thank you.
Hello, it's me Chandra Bahadur Kisan. I'm one of the member of this group, and I'm going to describe our case resolution and case conclusion of this part B. And for the case resolution, this case can be resolved within three different categories. 1. Civil liability legislation. 2. Tort negligence. 3. Sheer negligence. And I'm going to describe about the civil liability legislation. With the help of this legislation, Michael could have chance to win this case, because Anna, she was one of the reason for this accident, and she was the civil liable for this case, and she is responsible for the voluntary assumption of this risk. So she is one of the reason for this for under this case. And another one, tort negligence, and this is observed that the Michael, he was drunk and he is totally against the law, because he consumed the alcohol and he was ready to drive the car, and this is about tort negligence and is totally against the law. And one of the third part is sheer negligence. This is applies that the Anna is also one of the part for the negligent, because he knew that Michael was drunk, he couldn't drive the car, but she accepted his offer and she was ready for the drive. And this is the case conclusion, the part of this case, and how we can conclude or how we can resolve the case with the applications of law. And for this case conclusion, we can conclude this case just making the agreement between two parties, just making their verbal agreement between two parties. This is one part of this case conclusion. And another part is the legal, the consequences. We all discuss about the civil liability, we all discuss about the law of tort and negligence and the consequences of the accident. And here we all found about Anna was the one of the reason to bear the voluntary assumption of risks, and the fourth risk. So she is one of the reason to be negligent, she is one of the reason to be against the law of civil liability. So she is found here more guiltier to Michael. Thank you.